Good afternoon. We are again present here this afternoon for the pre-bid conference for the procurement of civil works under invitation to bid number 2024-016 for 3 projects. And we are live via YouTube live streaming in compliance to Department Order number 06 series of 2024. Before we proceed, may I request the Secretariat for oral call and to acknowledge guests present.
Good afternoon. Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, each and everyone. For the attendance of the pre-bid conference for civil works is April 11, 2024. We have here present our block chairperson, Madam Eva M. Del Piero.
Present.
Our block members, Engineer John Jeffrey D. Marcos, Engineer Carlo Antonio T. Guzman, and Engineer Rico R. Rubin. Our bank secretariat, headed by Engineer Eric Y. Valdez, together with Ma'am Lucena F. Garma, and our PWG head, Architect John V. Galera. That's all, Madam. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ala. With the presence of the bank chairperson and majority of the bank members present, I hereby declare a quorum and call this pre-bid conference to order. We have the preset agenda for this activity, pre-bid conference for civil works. Agenda of pre-bid conference, brief. Number 1, brief presentation, explanation by the bank, the following: A, basic contract data; B, requirements of bidding documents; C, documents to be submitted by the bidders. It's composed of the technical component of the bid and financial component of the bid. Letter D, criteria and procedure for eligibility check; preliminary examination of bids; detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualification and status of ongoing projects and award. Number 2, questions, comments from the bidders, and the replies of BAC and other representatives of the procuring entity. Number 3, other matters, which is the three-strike policy against violation of section 69.1.I of the IRR of RA 9184. And the last is the summary of proceedings, including supplemental bid bulletins to be issued. Is there any addition to the presented agenda for this pre-bid conference? Is there additional agenda? If there is none, may I know the pleasure of the body?
I move to adopt the agenda. Second motion.
It has been moved by Engineer Marcos and seconded by Engineer Rubin. And with no objection, the motion to adopt this agenda is for the pre-bid conference is hereby approved. First in the order of business is the explanation of the basic contract data, including description, ABC, and duration, this will be presented to us by Engineer Shin Yulan from the Planning and Design section.
Thank you, Mom. Good morning. Good everyone.
Welcome to the Davao de Oro 1st District Engineering Office Pre-Bid Conference.
Name of contract. Number 1, name of contract. Construction of bridge Mangurayan, Anitapan, Mabini, Davao de Oro. Contract ID number is 24LA0095. Location is Mabini, Davao de Oro. Scope of works: construction of hanging bridge. Total length is 25 linear meter. concrete slope protection on abutment 1, concrete slope protection on abutment 2. Approved budget for the contract is 4,950,000 pesos. Source of fund, FY 2024 GAA CSSP VIP. Contract duration, 161 calendar days. Size range, small b. License category, C&D. Cost of bid documents, 5,000 pesos only. Number 2, name of contract, construction of road leading to Tugop Elementary School, Barangay Kingking, Pantukan, Davao de Oro. Contract ID number is 24LA0096. Location is Pantukan, Davao de Oro. Scope of works, concreting with a width of 6.1 meters and a thickness of 230 mm. Section 1, Station 0 to Station 102, the length of 102 meters. Section 2, Station 0 plus 046 to Station 0 plus 546, with a total length of 410 meters. Roadway excavation, surplus common excavation, intermittent concrete paved shoulder, construction of canal lining and other minor drainage structures, construction of grouted riprap for slope protection, construction of concrete curb and gutter, construction of sidewalk, and application of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings. Approved budget for the contract is 14,700,000 pesos. Source of fund is FY 2024 GAA CSSP CPAG. Contract duration, 96 calendar days. Size range, small b. License category, C&D. Cost of bid documents, 25,000 pesos only. Number 3, name of contract, construction of road Barangay Panangan, Maco, Davao de Oro. Contract ID number is 24LA0097. Location is Maco, Davao de Oro. Scope of works, graveling with a width of 6 meters and a thickness of 200 mm. Station 0 to Station 720 with a total length of 720 meters. Roadway excavation, surplus common excavation, construction of minor drainage structures. Approved budget for the contract is 4,950,000 pesos. Source of fund, FY 2024 GAA CSSP VIP. Contract duration, 52 calendar days. Size range, small b. License category, C&D. Cost of bid documents, 5,000 pesos only. This is the proposed location of the project. Beginning of the project, Station 0 to Station 720, located at Barangay Panangan. Typical details showing proposed gravel road with common soil excavation. JPEG photos of the project, beginning of the project. Middle and end of the project. That's all, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Engineer Yulan, for your explanation and detailed presentation of the projects to be procured by the interested bidders. Next in the order of business is the requirements of bidding documents and so on and so forth.
Requirements of bidding documents. All documents required, including the instructions to bidders, the general conditions of contract, special condition of contract, specifications, drawings, bill of quantities, and forms, such as bid securities, are all uploaded to PhilJEP's website and our website at the DPWH. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidders from the procurement unit at the DPWH Davao de Oro 1st DEO Mangurayan Davao de Oro and upon payment of the applicable fee for the bidding documents. It may also be downloaded free of charge from the website of the Philippine Government Electronic Procurement System, PhilJEPS, and the website of the procuring entity, provided that bidders shall pay the applicable fee for the bidding documents not later than the submission of their bids. Documents to be submitted by the bidder. The following documents should be included by the interested bidders in their bids. For the technical component of the bid, A. Eligibility documents such as PhilJEP's certificate. B. PCAD license and registration. C. Statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, SLCC only, NFCC computation and statement of total assets and total liabilities. D. Joint venture agreement, if applicable. E. Technical documents such as bid security, project requirements such as the organizational chart for the contract, list of contractors' personnel, list of major equipment, and omnibus statement, which is 10 items. For financial component of the bid, A. Bid form. B. Bid prices and the bill of quantities. C. Detailed estimates including a summary sheet indicating unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals. D. Cash flow by quarter. These documents should be submitted using the envelope system. Bidders are urged to only fasten the documents at the topmost portion instead of binding them. Each document should be ear tagged appropriately. There shall be 3 copies of documents: the original copy, copy 1, and copy 2. The original copies of technical component of the bid shall be sealed in 1 envelope, and the original copies of financial component of the bid shall be sealed in another envelope. These envelopes should be labeled as original copy of technical component and original copy of financial component respectively. These labeled envelopes shall be sealed into 1 envelope and label it as the original copy of the bid. The same procedure applies to copy 1 and copy 2. Lastly, the original copy, copy 1 and copy 2 of the bid shall be sealed into 1 final envelope to be submitted here in conference room, 2nd floor, DPWH, 1st District Engineering Office, Mangurayan Davao de Oro. Bids can also be submitted electronically through electronicbids_Compostela Valley at dpwh.gov.ph. Please be reminded, key personnel, there should be no overlapping or no dual functions, especially in project manager, project engineer, materials engineer, and safety officer. Tax identification number should be indicated in your bid documents. It will be needed during the award of contract. Financial documents should be written legibly. Discrepancies of bid prices between figures and in words will prevail. Bids not addressing or providing all the required items in the bidding documents, especially in the bill of quantities, the bid will be considered as non-responsive. Always check your documents before submitting to avoid disqualification. All bidders should update their PhilJEP's contractor's profile application as mandated and in accordance to Section 8.5.2 of 2016 Iranian Riles of RA 9184 and the GPPB Resolution Number 150, 2021. In addition to our bidding documents, bidders are required to include in their technical documents the affidavit of site inspection with proof of evidence of actual visit of the area. This is to avoid problems during the implementation of the project, as per BAC Resolution Number 071 Series of 2023. Criteria and procedure for eligibility check. Criteria and procedure for eligibility check that are set forth in Section 23 of the revised implementing rules and regulations of RA 9184. All prospective bidders should have updated their CLASA documents. These documents were already discussed by the Secretariat. During the opening of bids, the BAC will check the eligibility result of contractor's profile application from Procurement Service of Central Office and simultaneously conduct the eligibility check and preliminary examination of the technical components of the bids. Bidders who are found eligible and the same time pass the preliminary examination of their technical proposal and financial proposal, the committee will read the bid amount stated in the bid form.
Thank you. We are now through with Agenda 1 and its subsections. We will now proceed to Agenda 2, which is the questions, comments from the bidders and the replies of BAC and other representatives of the procuring entity. Is there any question? Since there is none, we will proceed to other matters, the three-strike policy against violation of Section 69.1.I of the IRR of RA 9184.
Three-strike policy. The three-strike policy against violation of Section 69.1.I of the IRR of our 9184 and the following administrative sanctions enumerated as follows. A bidder that had purchased bidding documents, but subsequently withdrawn from the bidding or submitted a letter non-participation or did not submit a bid without a valid cause, as determined by the Bids and Awards Committee concerned. B, a bidder submitting a late bid without a valid cause, as determined by the BAC concerned. C, a bidder submitting insufficient or defective bid documents, such as insufficient bid securities and other deficiencies. D, other acts that tend to defeat the purpose of public bidding, as determined by the concerned BAC, provided that these acts have been indicated or discussed in the instructions to bidders, bid bulletin, notices, minutes of pre-bid conference, or other similar instruments. The following administrative sanctions on the erring contractor for violation of three-strike policy: for the violation or strike a first warning, for the second strike, a second warning, for the third strike, which together with the first two strikes constitutes the first offense against the three-strike policy, an administrative penalty of suspension for 1 year from participating in any procurement process in any office of the DPWH for the second offense, that is, the second set of three strikes committed by the bidder, an administrative penalty of suspension for 2 years from participating in any procurement process in any office of the DPWH.
Thank you. We will now proceed to the last agenda, the summary of proceeding, including supplemental bid bulletins to be issued, and it will be presented to us by the procurement head, Engineer Valdez.
Thank you, Madam. Good afternoon to all. All agenda for pre-bid conference are well explained and discussed by the Secretariat. Prospective bidders are advised to visit anytime our website for any supplemental bid bulletin issue. Thank you.
Thank you, Engineer Valdez. All the needed information has already been presented, discussed, and explained by the Secretariat, the bank, and the planning engineers. All of the business and agenda were already taken into consideration. May I know the pleasure of the body.
I move for the adjournment of this meeting.
Second the motion.
It has been moved by Engineer Guzman and seconded by Engineer Ruben. And with no objection, the motion to adjourn this pre-bid conference for civil works is hereby approved. The pre-bid conference is now adjourned. Thank you everyone for coming for this pre-bid conference. Thank you and good afternoon.